Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to you gotta watch the rest of the video because it will be revealed today. But today I'm at a commercial property. It is the 17th, Tuesday of June, midway of June, and this has just been a very busy month. Everybody can relate to the weather. It's just been rain after rain after rain. A little bit of sunshine, as you can see a little bit in this video here, but it's cloudy. We still have that random pop-up chance of storms today. So I'm not gonna waste much time, but today we're gonna have a discussion on the new business name and a discussion on the new mower that has been brought to, that goes along with the business name. So sit back and let me get ready to do all of the hard work. I appreciate you for tuning in. I'm gonna cut this right now. We're about to get to it. So let's dive on into the topic of the new to me mower, the new Scag Tiger Cat commercial grade mower that I picked up about almost a month ago now. I'm gonna go ahead and say about a month ago. I did about 15 or 20 cuts with it, somewhere in that mix, because the very next day after I purchased it, I put it right to work just to see exactly, what was what with the mower, how it ran, how it cut and performed. It was a used mower. Just a quick backstory. Per the dealer that I got it from, it was a one-person owned mower. They did light commercial work with it. The mower is a 2019 Scag Tiger Cat 2. When I first purchased it, it had 671 hours on it. My mower, which is a Scag Liberty Z, is I think it's a late 2019 or early 2019's model. I've had that mower for 5 years now, and I have just under 580 something hours on it. So if the hour meter is true to the Scag Tiger Cat 2, that puts it around the same amount of usage that I put on mine as a low end or a high end residential for the Scag Liberty Z I have. And for this commercial entry mower, to me, I'm no expert, but I would think that, the hours kind of, are okay with it, for it to be a used mower. I did ask them for the printout of the service records from the previous owner, and they pulled up what they could. And, right there on the spot when I first got the mower, I noticed that the belt was kind of cracked up. They replaced the belt for me and, told me that if anything happened within a couple of weeks span, to get in contact with them and let them know, and they'll work with me. Since it was used, it doesn't have really any warranty on it now, but the guy told me to get in contact with him, and that's what I'll do, because after using it for a while now, I have started noticing a few issues that I hope are minor issues. The first one I'm running into right now with the mower is the parking brake. It is not tight enough. The mower was rolling around on the back of my trailer, so I had to end up putting a piece of wood down behind the tire to keep the mower up front of my trailer so it won't be cocking up the back of my trailer in the air as I'm driving on the highway. So that's one thing. The second thing that happened in this video is it's cutting off for some reason or another, and I'm not 100% sure why. I started looking up common problems with the Scag Tiger Cats, and it gave me a list of things that could be wrong with it. So I'm going to probably dive into it a little bit more myself after calling the dealer back and telling him what's going on. But it cuts off, and sometimes I don't know whether if it's just as they say, the PTO switch could be a problem, or some of the sensors that control the actual seat safety feature, that when you hit a bump, sometimes it'll cut off. I don't know if it's thinking that a person has been ejected off of the seat or not, or whatever the case may be. But those are some of the common problems I'm running into with the mower so far. As time goes by, I'll keep giving updates on this mower and how it's treating me and how I'm enjoying it. Right now, I can't say fully for a month, a full straight out, likes and dislikes list of the mower right now. I just gotta give myself a little bit more time to get used to it. The power of this mower compared to the Scag Liberty Z It's definitely a big difference, day and night difference in the power. My Scag Liberty Z is actually starting to lose a little bit of power as time goes by. I think one of my hydros may be about to go kaput on me. I'm not 100% sure, but it's losing power and it's not as strong and reactive as it used to be. As far as with this new Tiger Cat, you know, I got to be very careful because number one, there's a weight difference in the mowers. And number two, you know, the hydro arms they're sensitive and they're ready to go. As soon as I accidentally tap one left or right, that's the direction that mower is going. So there's a lot that I can say right now as a opening, I guess, introduction of this mower to my fleet. Right now, I can't 100%, like I say, give an honest opinion on the mower right now because, like I said, I haven't even had it a full month yet, and I just want to be able to be, you know, a little bit biased and open with the mower because this is my first time having a mower this strong and a commercial grade mower as being a business owner. So I just got to give it time to grow on me and grow in the fleet with me as time goes by. And we're already midway in the season. Forgive me about those jets. I'm in an area right now and probably. But right now I just have to take, you know, what I get with this mower with a grain of salt because, like I said, it is used, and you know I'm trying to get used to it myself. It's taking me, you know, some time to actually, you know, just realize the sheer difference in the power from mower to mower. And I'm not saying that like, you know, it's not noticeable. What I'm saying is on some of my properties that I've taken my commercial grade mower on that I've had on the Liberty Z, I've had to slow down and actually take a little bit more time on the property versus the Liberty Z. I can go full throttle and not even, you know, have to slow down when it comes to turning around on the property or, you know, making a sudden change of direction. But I'm not going to go too deep into it with this mower right now. Like I said, I just want to take a little time to give you just a quick backstory on the mower and how I came about getting it. But for the deal that I ended up getting on the mower, I'm very blessed and highly favored that I was able to find it for that price. You know, yeah, it's a 6-year-old mower, but to me it's new, and I try my best to take care of everything that I own, and you know, everything that's on my fleet I need it to stay in tip-top shape because that's how I make my income at the end of the day when it comes to being in lawn care. So I'm gonna end this story right here. As time go by and the more I get to use this mower and put it on, you know, properties and getting used to the power of it and everything like that, I'll update everyone more and more on this mower cliche, and keep everyone posted. You will keep seeing it in my videos as long as it doesn't, you know, give me many problems. You know, hopefully, you know, I can at the end of the day say I think I made a great purchase and be very satisfied with what I spent and how much income I hope I can make off of putting this mower on my fleet. As you can see here, I ran into that very problem. I was mowing just fine. I ended up hitting a little rough spot right there in the yard, you know, a couple of feet behind me, and that's no farther than what I got, and it cut off. So I stood up, tried to look over and see if I seen anything loose or whatever the case may be, and I didn't see anything, you know, from looking quickly and briefly. I was checking my gas tanks. You know, I still had gas in. The gas gauges do work on this mower, but this is what I'm going to have to definitely get fixed and checked out on, you know, for future use of this mower, because I can't just keep showing up places and, you know, this is what it's doing to me, because it's going to be, you know, very frustrating and aggravating to keep dealing with this, you know, as the season goes on. But once, you know, as you can see, I get it started, it goes and it keeps mowing. So I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to get it looked at, and hopefully it's something minor. Like I said, you know, from reading the most common problems with this mower, hopefully it can be mitigated pretty quickly. My thought for today's video is, do you ever just want to pull up to a client's property and tell them enough is enough? Stop adding things to your property. It is making mowing a hassle. There's one particular property that is on my route that it started off open, no fence, not really many obstacles to mow around, just a few here and there, and that was it. Well, as time went on, some construction took place on that street, and it got rid of a very annoying ditch bank that was time consuming on the property. Hey, I was so happy to see that construction takes place and that road actually get paved. I was tickled pink. Well, fast forward, fence was introduced. So that means more weed trimming, the perimeter of the fence. If you can't spray it, got weed trim around it, right? Alright, time went on. A plant or two came to the property. You go back again, because this is a bi-weekly property. You go back, something else is in a spot that was easily to mow. Now you got a weed eater around it. The last time I went out there, which will be 2 weeks ago, this coming Thursday or Friday, one of them, there has now been a separate fence added to the backyard that I have no choice but to weed eat the entire thing. And I'm talking about maybe I'd say at least 25 by 10 area of fence, maybe a little more, that I have to hop over and weed it where the animals put it. When do you just say enough is enough? Would you go up on the price? Would you be nice and say, hey, look, this is I love doing the property, but this addition after addition after addition is starting to prolong my time here a little bit more, and I may have to go up on you a little bit because the backyard was wide open. Now there are 2 trees that are planted with decor at the bottom of them. The little tree ring decor with mulch. So now I have to weed eat around those, where I used to just drive straight across an open backyard. Now I have to weed eat around those, so that's an extra 2 minutes of weed eating, plus that fence, plus other items that are just being added to the yard. Nicely from everyone leaving the comments, how would you handle this? Like, I'll even be open and honest and stated that I reduced the price on the property once the actual ditch bank was gone, because the ditch bank was alone an extra 15 to 20 minutes depending on how overgrown the ditch was. That alone was time on it. So I ended up dropping some fees off the yard after the ditch was removed, but now this is what's taking place. So just leave in the comments on how you can handle this situation and go about it.
Drum roll, please. All right, so it's taking some time, some effort, some thought, a lot of ink out of a pen, a lot of, just talking it over, thinking about it, second guessing, etc., etc. But officially, as of June the 17th, I want to welcome everyone officially to the channel of Grant's Curb Appeal Lawn Care. That's right. The new name of my business now will read as Grant's Curb Appeal Lawn Care. Yeah, I know it's not big and extravagant, but as you've been following me, like I said, there's another company in my area with the same exact name as I have, and I ran into a little bit of an issue in the beginning of a season when it came to me getting the commercial properties because of the way the bank had to be set up. But as of now, to differentiate myself from that other company, Grant's Curb Appeal Lawn Care has been established. The reason I went with Curb Appeal, just to give you a backstory, is when me and my wife went to Myrtle Beach a couple of years ago on a late night food run to Hardee's. I will never forget it. She would not let me forget it. We went to a Hardee's late night because we were hungry. We was out all day, and before we went to the hotel room, we wanted to grub. So we pulled up to the drive-thru and got our food. We was having a good time and everything. Well, me being me, I wear glasses for a reason. We pulled out of the drive-thru and we went to get ready to go, through the street to make a left turn to go back to the hotel. Well, little did I know that there was a curb that was sticking up, like a little island curb that was in front of the restaurant's drive-thru entrance. So the light let the traffic go down the street, and it was coming towards us, and we just did not feel like waiting on traffic. It was more so me because I was driving. I gunned it, and when I gunned it, all you heard was kaboom, boom, kaboom, boom, boom. So I'm like, oh my God. All I could think was, when I looked in my side view mirror, the bottom of my car is going to be laying in the middle of Myrtle Beach Highway, and I'm going to have to get a tow truck. The vacation is going to be kind of ruined because I've just destroyed the bottom of my car on a curb. Well, after clearing the curb, getting on the highway, didn't hear anything rattling or shaking or sound like it was fully moving. I look over in the passenger seat, and she is in tears, gut busting, laughing at me. I'm talking about couldn't hardly catch her breath laughing, and it was just to the point where I was like, man, this is like crazy. All of this for a burger some fries, a hot dog, 2 drinks, because we were hungry in the middle. It was right around probably, I say anywhere from like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the nighttime. So after, she finally calmed down and stopped laughing, which took a while, because I'm over there like, what the did I just do to my car? Yada, yada, yada. Till this day, that I will not live down. I hit that curb. And it's been years now. So anytime we're driving somewhere, even in my hometown that I kind of know like the back of my hand, and we get close to a curb, that comes to play. That comes out as a conversation, and the laughing starts again. And granted, I no longer have that car anymore. I hit a deer and it total lost that car. So that took away the memories, with that car. But the planet memory of me hitting that curb will forever live on. And I just went ahead and said, you know what, something that will stick out, that both of us like, that will, I think be a catchy name, turned into Grant's Curb Appeal Lawn Care. So that's the new title. I'm gonna get it changed here on YouTube, hopefully soon, hopefully right after this video comes out. And I just, right now, before I wrap it up, thank everyone for subscribing and coming to the channel and riding along with all of these different changes that I've been going through with the channel. Rather if it's I'm coming on here telling you I had a rough time, rather if I'm telling you I added new equipment like the mower, or rather if I'm just speaking in general, trying to bring back some memories to everyone of good days back, and back in the day when things were, seem a little bit different before technology took over, and just, cell phones, tablets, iPads, before all of that came down. That's one of my things I try to do on my videos. So this video, and to me, I've been talking forever in this video. Seems like it's just been a soapbox. So right now, here, I'm signing out. This is Grant's Curb Appeal Lawn Care. First video with the new name. Signing out of here. There's a little bit more left of the video. Hopefully you watch it all the way through to the end. And I will definitely catch you on another set of videos. Again, peace. I'm gonna do a quick walk around. I did not do it before, but I don't have my mic in, so forgive me if I'm a little low, but just gonna show the finished product at the end here. And hopefully it looks as good on camera as it does in person here. So this is the Tiger Cat cutting, again, that you've seen probably in another video, or the first video I did with it, the last time I dropped something. But here it is. Turn around here. See, pretty level. Looks pretty good. Come around this way. Everything's pretty level. Looks good. Turn it around. Smooth look. Another look. Level. Same here. Pretty level. Looks good. Gotta love those stragglers right here. Level.
Ditch bank is overgrown. Jeff, somebody else in your area, I mean my area, that does the same thing that you and your wife was talking about. You can see the ditch, pretty smooth, weed trimmed it. But that's it. That is it. Thank you all for tuning in to another one on Grant's Lawn Care. Oops. Said it. It's the end of the video. But if you made it this far, you have heard the new name of the business. So officially signing off. The last time saying Grant's Lawn Care. So one more time, turn around, zoom in, brush. Peace.